You see, marriage and whatnot. I am pro-marriage, but I will say this, guys. Primarily to the men. A lot of you guys are not gonna like this video, and that's fine. If you don't like it, you can always leave. You have free will. You can leave anytime you want. But I'll say this: marriage is a sacrifice, man. From both the man and the woman's standpoint. And I'll explain this very quickly. I don't want this video to be too long, but listen, man. The way men are designed, right, by biology, okay? I don't believe we are designed to be naturally monogamous, right? And I'll get to why I believe this. Now, you guys are probably thinking, Gordon, you just said you're pro-marriage. Yes, I am still under the belief, and in terms of morals, that you should commit to, one woman. I still believe that. So you guys are probably thinking, Gordon, so why do you think men aren't designed to be naturally monogamous? It's because of the sexual thoughts you have in your mind. Guys, let's not kid ourselves here, man. This is coming from a Christian too. The same way how we're naturally, we're naturally designed not to be monogamous. We are naturally designed to sin also, right? So polygamy is a sin as well. Marrying multiple wives and whatnot. And so is sinning. See how they go hand in hand. To that I say, look, and to why I draw to the conclusion why men aren't designed to be naturally monogamous. It's the sexual thoughts you have every single day. Now, I'm a natural guy, in terms of honesty, right? And I think I speak for every man, well, most men at least. Unless you're gay, you may be the exception, but... Or if you're bisexual, maybe you can somewhat relate if you're bisexual as well. Because you swing both ways. But whenever you see an attractive woman, man, look, you're not just looking at one attractive woman, are you? If you're single, especially. I don't know why my camera turned off, but we're back. You're looking at other women that you also find attractive when you're a single guy. It's human nature, it's biology. You're at high school, you see a few pretty girls. You're not going to just flirt with one unless you want to commit to the relationship, of course. And so many of you guys flirted with a bunch of women. Even if you're outside right now. Alright? I'll be real myself. I see a lot. I see pretty girls outside, multiple. I'm like, and I don't mean in terms of dating. I mean just like visually with your eyes. You see a lot of pretty women outside. I'm like, and thing with me, man, I see someone I find attractive. I want to speak to you. And me as a single man right now, I see a pretty woman I find attractive. I want to speak to you, right? Now I won't just force it. Obviously, for the conversation of the situation actually makes sense. I never just cold approach a woman in public. And it's not that I'm scared of women, because I'm not. I just mean it has to make sense. I'll never just cold approach just for the sake of doing so. But if you're near the proximity, it makes sense. Yeah, I'd love to speak to you. The desire is there. Because as a man, you're hardwired to find a lot of women attractive, right? This is why in high school, it was very common for, the boys to flirt with other girls. I hear it. I hear it. Right? And in terms of the woman's standpoint, I also hear it too. I also understand why a woman would not entertain other men if she's single. Hypergamous and whatnot. Find the best man you can attract. Cool, I actually hear it, honestly. And I'm actually for the guys, the single guys who aren't in a committed relationship yet, who'd want to date a lot of women. So long as you're not having sex, you're pretty good. And I'd say the same vice versa. To the women who want to date a lot of men, go for it. If you're single, just don't have sex. You're good. And I say this to scratch that itch, right? To scratch that itch, because you'd be surprised, man. A lot of people, and yes, there are rare cases where you just find one woman straight away and they just know they're going to be together, right? There are exceptional cases, and I've seen it, and it's beautiful, 100%. But I speak for most of us guys, man. Look, most of us guys, you don't really pull the most women at school, right? So you see the first woman that gives you attention. You're not even that attractive to her. But you entertain it because you're scared you will never attract a woman again. You work on yourself, you realize, oh, you actually do. But now you're not attracted to this woman anymore. You never were to begin with. It's a reflection of your standards for yourself. You settle too early. And now, let's say you're working on yourself, you see all these other beautiful women that you actually wanted eyeing you up. And then men cheat. The same vice versa, this is why women cheat too. We spoke about the men point just now, where the men cheat on the women, right? Because they had low standards and they were scared and manipulated by pussy power. They believe they'll never be able to attract a woman again. Lo and behold, they actually worked on themselves. If they had actually worked on themselves, they believe that's not true. And for the women, a lot of women, they will find a guy they don't even find attractive. And the public eye, let's say a man is a 5 out of 10 to the public eye, right? In terms of looks. There are cases where the woman may generally find that man a 7 out of 10. Right? And when you love someone, it boosts the perception of perceived attractiveness, right? But there are cases too, a lot, where women doesn't really find the man attractive, but they reach that phase in their ages where they start panicking, right? They start panicking for marriage. The woman will pursue a man they don't find physically attractive just to pursue her desires of stability, but not the sexual desire. And from the woman's standpoint, I would say it's best to have both. Have a man you love, find him attractive, it makes everything a lot easier. A lot of you guys will say, oh, it's vanity. You'd be surprised. There's nothing wrong with desiring a beautiful woman. And there's nothing wrong with the woman desiring a handsome man as well. Have both women. If there are any women watching at all. Have a man you find sexually desirable and matches your desires of stability in life. A lot of people, you want to do too many extremes, have one or the other. You can have both, and you should have both, and you should be willing to wait and have the faith that a man will come along. But when you keep rushing, you make irrational decisions. The man, in the sense of choosing a woman he never really found attractive but was too scared of pussy power, and the woman just finding a man that fits the stability standpoint, not the sexual desire. You guys can say, oh, it's vanity, oh, it's vain, all you want about the whole looks thing, but listen, it's very, very, very hard to want to keep having sex with a woman when you don't find them physically attractive. That's how divorces start happening, man. When they don't have sex, and then you see the opposite gender eyeing you up, it's tempting, man, and your partner ain't giving you it. Of course they're gonna cheat. Now, do I condone cheating? Absolutely not. Fuck no. It's wrong, right? And linking it back to the video, going back to the men's standpoint in terms of, we gotta scratch that itch, man. And I hear why a lot of you guys would want to date a bunch of women before you settle down with the one, because very rarely do you find the woman you want straight away. I'm actually for dating a bunch of women if you're a single guy. If you do that and you're in a relationship, you're a dickhead. You're an unloyal dickhead. Yeah? So do that when you're single. Because when you do that when you're in a relationship, it is a form of cheating. You can't commit. And this is what I said in the beginning. Marriage is a sacrifice, because and like I said, I am pro-marriage. But I'm not going to do that straight away. Alright? I don't know what type of woman I'm really, really into yet. I'm not in the position where, can date women and really find out just yet. So there'll probably be a period in my life, and I have no shame saying this, where I'm probably going to date a few women. And I wouldn't necessarily say committed relationship also, but just date for the sake of enjoying the company of a woman. A lot of people like to demonize this. I don't see the harm. You're not having sex with them. You're not forming any bad soul ties. It's literally just you spending time with the opposite gender. Can a man not spend time, and can a woman not spend time with the opposite gender too? If they're not in a relationship and entertaining other guys, what's the harm? You're not hurting anyone. You're just gaining experience on the board. A lot of men in the red pill space, you see it as they will agree with me in terms of man dating other women to gain experience, right? But they will disagree with women wanting to date other men, and this is taken into account. Let's say they're both single in this context. I actually beg to differ. I actually say if a man is single and a woman is single, they want to date a bunch of guys just to gain experience, as long as you're not having sex and forming them bonds, I generally don't see the problem. And like I said, very rarely, and I keep repeating myself to make a point, it needs to really fit to your skull, right? Very rarely you're going to see the person of your dreams straight away. So I don't see nothing wrong with gaining experience with the type of men you want, or the type of woman you want, and picking the best one out of that. And we gotta scratch that itch, guys, sometimes. Men just gotta scratch that itch. I know it sounds petty for some people. Yeah, but it's petty until you're in a relationship with a woman that you rushed with because you don't really find her attractive, but you're scared of pussy power, and now you feel like cheating because the other woman are eyeing you up and giving you attention. It's petty till then. So you gotta scratch that itch off, man. And I actually think it's more beneficial for the guys who do have that urge. I mean, most of us guys have the biological urge. There are rare cases to where, you know, like I said in the beginning of the video, earlier in the video, two people, they see each other straight away, they get together. Some parents do that, some couples do that. And I applaud them, it makes it a lot easier to those couples. They're the exception. You don't gotta watch this video. But I'm talking to the men, maybe even the women, if there are any women watching at all. That natural desire to wanna, for a man to want to entertain a lot of women, because we're not designed to be monogamous. There's a reason why. I can only speak for myself, but in this day and age, a lot of men had lust addictions and whatnot. I hear it. I'm not even shaming you for it, man. I don't condone lust. I know it's nasty, it's hard. But I talk for myself, bro. It's not by accident that whilst I was in my simping days, jacking off to a hot woman online, that I wouldn't just jack off about the same woman. It'd be multiple IG models. A lot of guys who struggle with lust, you know what I'm talking about. You've probably done the same thing. You think it's by accident how we jack off. You're like, alright, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. That's biology, bro. No, it's still sinning. Sinning in the form of masturbation and, in a literal sense. Say if you were to smash all these other women, it's still sinning, but it's biology. And this is why I say marriage is a sacrifice. Alright? Because when you get with one woman, and like I said, I am still pro-marriage. Don't get it twisted. But when you get with one woman, those sexual desires, that natural primal innate desire to want to smash all these other women, have sex and entertain and flirt and date all these other women, it goes down the drain, man, because you committed to this one woman. So you can't be doing that entertaining stuff like you did back in your single days. This is why I'm big on, if you have that itch, scratch it off. Yeah? Don't matter what anyone else says. Oh, why are you dating all these women? If you're a single man, right, you don't want a woman yet. I'm speaking to my future self as well. If you're a single man, you don't want a woman yet. Most of us guys didn't really pull. Most guys aren't that handsome in high school. I'm speaking for the losers here. I was a loser in high school. You didn't really pull a woman like that, and you finally build yourself to a point where you're able to attract a bunch of women. What's wrong with exercising your options? If you're single, what's the problem with that? I don't see the problem. You're not in a relationship, so you're not harming a woman emotionally. You're a single guy just trying to get experience in the field. So you realize what type of woman you like. I don't see the issue with that. I genuinely don't see an issue with that. What's wrong with a man exercising his options to gain experience? And like I said, most times, most men don't find the woman they want straight away, right? So let's say you've done even maybe 5-10 years of dating multiple women. You have an idea, more of an idea of how female psychology works now. You know what you're looking for now. You know what type of, you know what you like in a woman. You know what you don't like. You don't like in a woman, right? So you find a woman that finally aligns with your goals, and you want to commit and marry to her. You've gained all this experience of talking to other women in the past. And by the way, you don't need to do sex. I need to keep pressing that point. You don't need to form the soul ties. Just gain experience with women in the field. And your social skills will be easier. It will kill off that natural fear that you have speaking to women that most men have. I've had it in the past too, most definitely. Still have a few ding of fear, but acting it's not as big as it once was. And that's why marriage is a sacrifice, man, because, you got to throw that primal desire away to entertain other women. You know that primal desire you had when you're single, or what you have right now. You can't do that no more. You committed to her, man. She's the best one out of the options available to you. So even if you were committed, it wouldn't make sense to entertain all these other women anymore. And after a certain point, I'm sure it gets vanity. But you don't truly realize that there's something. It's one thing to know, but sometimes it's another thing to know through experience. For me, it's just I know from word of mouth and from what other older men say. But I don't know yet because I'm only 20. I don't really date all these women like that yet. Just different types. To experience what I really know. Because I only know from other people's experience. Now, a wise man doesn't learn from others. But I want to be both. What's the saying? I want to be both the man and the wise man. So wise man in the sense of, okay, I garnered other people's learnage on the matter of the dating stuff, but I want to know as well. So I want to be a man and be the wise, if I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense here. No one twists my words in the comments. If you do, suck your mother. I ain't commenting in your section because I explain myself pretty clearly here. But yeah, in that standpoint, it's a sacrifice because you got something to lose. And from the woman's standpoint, it's a sacrifice too because like it's a sacrifice because like you're having a child in your belly for 9 months, right? You're having a child in your belly for 9 months. Naturally, you will gain weight. Being pregnant, it's what comes with it. It's biology. It's designed by God. You will gain weight. You will have contractions, migraines. So physically, the woman's gonna get a lot to lose in that aspect, right? And it's not like men where you can spread your seed all around to different women. And I'm not condoning that, like I said. So it's a physical disadvantage on the woman's standpoint. And that's why I'm saying it's a sacrifice. It's what comes with it, right? And it's not me complaining about marriage. Like I said, I'm pro-marriage. I'm just saying the sacrifice. A lot of us guys, we like to talk about the pros that come with it. We never like to talk about the negatives, right? And everything in life is going to have a few negatives. Pick your poison, right? Just like how I'm out here in this video, recording this video outside. Hey, increases my risk of dying. Take a risk, you know? Not to say I have enemies, because I don't, but naturally you're a lot safer recording home than out. I mean like that, right? I don't want to waffle on for too long, but I'm making sense. And to make it a full circle thing, that's why marriage is a sacrifice, man. For the men, you have to kill off that and discipline yourself to not cheat or flirt or entertain with other women. And for the woman, obviously, in the physical standpoint, you just can't keep up anymore, and you're not gonna look the same either. That's fine. It's not me shitting on you. I'm just being honest. Yeah. So you naturally have that desire to wanna, women are hypergamous, they want to find the best man they can. When you're single, I don't see what's wrong with a woman dating to get experience. Like if I found a future wife who's dated a lot of men in the past, I'd probably still wife her up. Now a lot of the guys are gonna say, "Oh, that's blue pill." It's not blue pill. If they're promiscuous with a lot of men in the past, then I would say that's blue pill. And I believe the same standard should be held with men. So this is why I'm saying, if you're single, and women too, if you're watching, obviously the women, they're in their prime, they're like the early teens and 20s. So the men, they kind of just come to them naturally. So they kind of got their initial experience already without trying, because it's God-given, blessed with the beauty. Us men, we are blessed with competencies, but we, unlike the women that naturally have it just by existing and aging through puberty, we get a hype puberty, but it's not really that attractive unless you really build that muscular frame and whatnot and other areas of life. So we kind of have to work for our value in the sexual market sense and place. That's what I'm saying, man. Scratch that itch off if you're single, whether you're a man or woman. And very rarely you do find a man straight away. I'm going to take my own advice too. So I don't see what's wrong with exercising your options as a man. So long as you're not having sex and not forming them soul ties, you're just gaining experience with women. It's not taboo to speak to another woman. And fuck what your community says. "Oh, go away there in this woman." Shut up, man. I'm gaining experience. Right? Come on. If you're having sex with these people, they have the right to call you out first. But if you're dating just a lot of women to gain experience, I don't see what's wrong with that. You're just gaining social skills with the opposite gender. You don't want to be this autist that, just knows how to speak with men. And I'm for the autism guys, man. I love people with autism. They can focus really well. But you don't want to be that awkward autist guy, in this sense, that's just good with men and don't know how to speak with them because you're scared of the people around you saying, "God, why are you getting experience with all these other women?" I rest my case. I made my point. For most men, didn't get the chicks in high school, got to scratch off that itch, that beauty itch. Date enough women, so then you realize, future me, it's not really fun dating all these beautiful women now. But I'm glad I did it, because now there's no what if of when I'm married. So when I do commit to this one woman now, I can fully commit because I've done it before, been there and done it. And I don't pedestalize beauty anymore. After all those dates, kind of see women for what they really are, people, and it makes committing a lot easier. It actually saves the child as well, and the woman. They'd have to deal with the mental turmoil that comes with divorce too. That's all I have to say. I rest my case.